All right, and we are back with Monster Hunter 4. I've been busy doing guild quests because that's how you get relics. I know I went a little overboard since I'm not allowing myself to progress the story in any way, shape, or form. Kind of stuck if I want to play the game without recording. So a couple of things. One, I have the Dragon Maiden axe. I also upgraded the whatever the iron axe you get is, or the bone axe, I think is what it is, to the power nasher or gasher. So this I can upgrade once I get Firestone. It may not be Firestone, it may be something else, but this will be a power file switch axe that is upgradable. That isn't the relic switch axe, which is actually fairly decent for what it is. 702 compared to the Rathian 648. Again, weird multiplication stuff going on here, but I know the number is higher and it has power file as opposed to element file. So little bit of green, and that's what's going to make this one harder to use. It does have the extra slot, which I can actually get attack up large with, and 10% affinity. So once this can be upgraded to have better green sharpness, this will probably be the one I stick with for a good minute until I want to farm relics again or something like that. Now, you can see here that I farmed a lot of the Sword and Shield Dual Blade Guild Quest, which is okay. I can't really tell. So I upgraded the Metal Sword and Shield to the Princess Repair. Since I was farming Rathian anyways, I thought I might as well go ahead, do what I said I was going to do last time and get a fast weapon to kind of balance with Switch Axe being somewhat medium to slow. So I have this. This is nice. It worked fairly well. In some instances, this takes longer than the Switch Axe, but it really depends on the monster. Some monsters you want a fast weapon for, while some you want something with longer reach, like against Kutku. So I wanted to see, since I got such a good, or such a decent Switch Axe, if I could get a decent Sword and Shield. And there's a couple of them here. They don't actually beat out the 168. And if they do, try and find one here. I want to say there may be, yeah, 182. Problem is, again, green sharpness, not great. So until I can get that upgraded, that small amount of raw increase isn't going to be that worth it. And the affinity. But as you can see, there's a purple slot here, which comes with Hone, which I believe is like sharpness plus and something else. I want to say this was one of the meta skills, which is okay. Obviously, this may not be an in-game weapon. However, there's also some armor pieces here that came with Honed. They come with a bunch of random stuff in them. I assume these are all double skills, but as you can see, these are all Honed jewels, which I can get up to 2 with, which is okay. And they're all arm pieces because that's what the quest was giving out. I also made these Velociprey claws. I tried to fight a Kutku again. It went okay. Switch Axe was still faster, but these are okay. They're water element, so if I do want to use dual blades against a water element monster, dual blades have the same multiplier as Sword and Shield, so this is the same raw as the Rathian weapon, but with water element instead of poison, and it had a slot which I can throw in there, as you can see here, to get attack up large instead of attack up medium. The reason I can get that is because I made the Barroth helm. Again, I did a lot of stuff just grinding for Rathian and wanting to make swords and shields. And that I needed poison sac, so I hunted Gypceros. Gypceros stuff gives Barroth stuff if you trade it. Then I could get the Barroth helm because I had that stuff and I just had to get Renopolis gear. So other than that, though, I haven't progressed story at all. It's kind of the whole point. I did realize you can buy potions, so we won't have to farm for blue mushrooms anymore. And I bought a whole lot of potions, almost 2 stacks worth. I bought 2 stacks, but combine some of them into mega potions. And the current guild quest, that's the Sword and Shield one, is like at level 20 something. So he's actually starting to hit pretty hard. It's Kutku. But it's fairly decent. Sometimes it's not that great, but I was getting a decent amount of relics each time, just depending on what it is. And I got to a point where I was actually getting them in the rewards, and it wasn't just giving me like a single thing. And sometimes it did, but a lot of the times it did give me a couple. Now I think we're moving on to Gormagala. So I will probably swap to a Sword and Shield. And I may actually polish one of these that I have. I'm not sure though. Again, I want something with a single slot so I can get attack up large. And I may actually use the dual blades. I actually don't hate that idea. Yes, again, this one has a slot. However, it's only yellow sharpness. I may as well just use this one, even though it doesn't have the slot because it has green. Green is such a large boost, especially this early on. A lot of these just have so much yellow. It's not worth it. I'll go ahead and use the Velocipede claws. And they look weird. They've got like a weird purple tint to them on the claw portion, like the red part, which is neat. But I had a lot of fun just trying to farm for relics. Now, yep. They tried to fight our friend and they failed. Now we go out. Don't really understand how they have much issue. I didn't have a problem with it. I guess I did have a Dragonator though. Also, I did not realize the Palico was male. So we're gonna just pretend that that's not the case here. Because normally I try to base the Palico off of the opposite, but that's just rambling. Okay, where are we going? I guess on an expedition. Yeah, cool. No treasure area though. Also, I've been swapping out cats so they can get levels, and they've been handling the monster hunter thing fairly consistently now. And I've been hiring some too, just because they're in set position, so I can just run on a gathering quest and grab a cat. Really like the in-game cutscenes in this game. Oh, we're gonna start mounted again. I remember that. Find it weird that the Lance user, which it's an older gen game, so it does kind of make sense. Lance user's the one who's injured, but I guess you can get stun locked pretty easily if you're just only holding shield. Oh, you don't start mounted. Okay, I don't remember that then. All right, I've just got to distract him. Oh, the claws make a Velocipede noise. So I just really do not know the combat flow of dual blades because you want to get into Archdemon. However, the problem becomes actually finding the time to go into demon mode, get to the monster and actually attack it and fill up the gauge before you have to get back out again. Sword and Shield's just you dip in, you dip out. This is completely different, even though they're both fast weapons. Try to go in here maybe. And your opener, you can't do a diving attack in just regular demon mode. This attack, you can't do that in demon mode, which makes it harder to actually advance. Ow. But yeah, he's not going to deal very much damage to us. I don't know if he just has lower damage multipliers because they want it to be easy for you, but it's a really bad trip. That's not good either. I'm just gonna go for leg trips. Uh-oh. That's not good. All right, I guess miss me. That's okay. I don't mind that. I think he's moving because they're... Yep. Again, not the best choice of weapon because I just do not know how to play it, but that's how you learn a weapon, is by using it, even in uncomfortable scenarios. But some weapons will just be better suited for certain monsters, so you don't want to force that too much because then you'll burn out. I wonder if you can blow that up early. Probably not. All right. I'll turn the camera away so you can do weird stuff. Surprised that doesn't hurt them. Also, there is no blade dance as far as I can tell. Oh, there is. Okay, never mind. You have to do it after an A attack, maybe? Oh, it may just be a stationary thing. Let's see. Nope. Okay, just after a standard attack, that isn't your opener. Thought a Velociraptor appeared. Throws me off. I do think it's weird how the claws are actually pointing backwards while the talons are forwards. Am I supposed to be... He's back. Oh, and the Congos are back too. Did they just spawn in like that? Surprisingly, his hitboxes are fairly generous. Okay, that reaches down quite a bit. Boy, I am very much increasing frenzy at a very fast rate. I need to get rid of it. don't know if Gore is weak to water at all. He probably has like a slight weakness to it, but not enough to actually consider it as an actual weakness, probably. I think fire and dragon are his main weaknesses. I don't want to actually waste stamina while you're in the air. You can't be flashed either. Yeah, he's being a little annoying. Okay. Stop flying. You're not Arathlos. Gonna stop flying now. Oh, quit, Conga. It's a combo. Ah, that... I don't... I disagree that that should hit there. It does hit there, but I'm hugging you. I'm already playing the dangerous game. Are you leaving now? Probably cut his tail off. Yay. And I didn't get a reward for breaking his head. Ah. Why not just so special? Is it Gormagala, Tom? Oh, okay. Well, didn't expect it that quickly. All right. If that's the case, I can use Switch Axe. I think that'll be fun. Poison should work okay. Again, I wonder if it's gonna keep that damage on it or heal. Or maybe I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. Is it gonna keep the head broken or? Alrighty. Don't die. I'll try. not to, at the very least. I don't think the game will let me. Can only faint. Where does he spawn? Yeah, I think it's over in this area, actually. I think that's where the box art actually takes place, in this area. And it could just be a generic part in the plains, but it's the field area. And he doesn't even spawn here. Well. I wonder if it's even going to give a cutscene. We'll find out, I guess. There we go. Oh, he starts supercharged. Cool. This guy's not... it's a little dark. Not as dark as I'm used to it being, though. I'm just gonna chew on the legs until he falls over. That shouldn't hit. Oh yeah, the Gore Magala Switch Axe also has Power File, so that's also a craftable one I can use. It was good. The axe has a lot more reach than it visibly does. Okay, that reaches very far forward. So you actually do dodge that by dodging backwards. It's a fight that rewards you for being very aggressive. Okay, that didn't hit, but it could have. Okay, that also reaches farther than it looks. Growling again, that's very quick. Ready for you to fall over. Guess not right now. Alright. I'm just gonna poke at the tail for a minute, if you're gonna let me. All right, fine. Have it your way. Well, he gets far up real fast, don't he? Go ahead and sharpen whenever I get to the next area. Rathian has long sharpness. Longish sharpness, especially for switch axe. Tell Tom. That's a bit cheap. Get to the tail in time. Does that even pierce through to the tail, or is it just gonna hit the wing cloak? Okay. All right, I've got to get him away from that. That's not working out. Come on, this way. I don't want him to get too close to the ledges because that can be annoying as well. But that's better than zoning all the time at the very least. Wait, mount him, please. Okay, or just fall off. That's fine. Ow. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to hit him. Not just swipe at the air. That should work. Up. Normally that works. Not this time though. Oh well, it's okay. Don't hit me, please. I'm glad that my health is very consistent with meal buffs. If I were to lose my meal buff, then that's different. Tail, please. Again, I'm not sure which hitbox it's hitting exactly. I assume the long end lag means that, or the hit lag, means I'm hitting the tail and not the cloak. I assume the cloak would have shorter hit lag because it's not as weak, but I could be wrong on that. Well, he's just destroying the whole map. And no, his face damage did not stay. Back and forth. Wonder if that means I'm doing decent damage to him. Probably can't really tell from that though. Oh, don't get exhausted up there on the cliff. He should jump down still. Yeah. There's the tail. All right. Focus on the face now. Should have sharpened. It's okay though. I don't want to sharpen while he's tired. I would say it's easier to hit him, but realistically, no, not really. There's the face break. There we go. Wonder if he's limping now. This is a good fight with Switch Axe, especially if you're not being as picky of the tail hit zone. I was a little worried it might be difficult, especially when I first started fighting him, but his hitboxes are not... Okay, he's not as wild as the Wilds version, which is the one I fought the most recently. And honestly, I shouldn't expect that because the Wilds version is high rank only and designed to be an Elder Dragon tier monster. While this one's purposefully not. He's supposed to be formidable. Ow. But not like completely over the top difficult. Seriously, that curves? How? Unless it's attracted specifically to Frenzy, how does that curve? So funny. Talking about how not difficult he is, but how respectable he is, and then he just like does that. Like, oh, here's a Frenzy ball that curves mid-shot. That it wasn't curved specifically, it just kind of homes in on you. Unless it was just weirdly sloped terrain that made it look like it curved when it was a curved shot, but it looked like it went straight and then turned. I should have just zoned. The zone was right there. So now the hunt is going to be more difficult because I don't have as much health. Also, that may be a fine area to fight a Great Jaggy, but I'm not so sure it's going to be a fine area to fight a larger monster. We'll see. I mean, the corridor was a big issue. Yeah, just slightly curves. That still hit, probably because he's enraged. But see, now it's doing over half of my health because I don't have booster. Hello. Alright, fine, back up. Don't aim at me. Please stop jumping. Please stop jumping. Oh no, no, go. Man. You're having the same issue I was having with Dread King when I did the EX, which is, it may be out actually by the time this comes out. I'm very slow. Oh, come on. I mashed the button. Okay. I guess he couldn't get that close. Stop jumping backwards. That's one of my least favorite things about a monster is when it just jumps backwards constantly to reposition. Silverwind's a very notorious abuser of that. I'm trying to break the frenzy, but that's okay. Whatever. Oh yeah. Thank you for being generous at the very least on that hitbox. I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm not staying for the health horn, sorry. So now I take damage in the frenzy pools. Oh, I have nullberries. Now, the nullberries don't heal the afflicted frenzy status, but it does slow down the build up. I'm just gonna roll with them. Okay. Didn't even limp. Cool. There's Gormagala, the flagship. Now, he's not actually the final boss of low rank. So it's similar to Dose in that regard, where Kushala the flagship, but it's not actually the credits boss. Can I carve you? Okay. I was a little worried I wasn't going to be able to carve you. That's a kind of a weird carving spot. Got a plate. That's cool. Cool. Oh boy, frenzy crystals. Oh, new materials. Is that gonna be Legiacris parts? Probably. Clown suit. Absolute clown. I still find it weird how a team of 4 that are just supposedly ace hunters could not take that down. All right. We're off to Cathar. We'll probably go back to Chico. Yeah, most definitely. All right, we can look at gear though. Oh, we're going back to Hearth. Okay. Alessia. That. Oh, Cianatar. That's probably it. Handicraft and sharpness. And sharpener. So, if you're using like dual blades, I don't think that's gonna beat attack up. However, I could still see it being useful for certain weapons, just depending on what you're using. Like for the rusted weapons, yeah, it may be if it's a large enough increase. No. Basarios. Haven't even seen Basarios yet. What are you spoiling me for? Okay, let's jump on over. Oh, I can look at the weapon. And I can't make Gormagala armor, surprisingly. So probably still can't make the weapon. Huh. Well, I can make this weapon. And this one. Let me see what I need to upgrade this. Oh yeah, Dragonite Ore, which is probably the next area. Yeah, Heaven's Mount. Right. I pray. New equipment in the armory. Probably weapons, specifically. Oh, could I have just bought that? Oh my. I could have just bought it. Really? I'm not used to... You still have the level 1 charge blade. Probably only have the insect glaive as well. So, I guess they're assuming you're probably using... the new weapons, so they give you an option to buy the old weapons as well, because that's Thunder Element, isn't it? And I know the Eager Cleaver, and that may have been only in Freedom Unite, was decent because a lot of the monsters were slightly weak to Thunder at least. I mean, that's a really good thing you can just randomly buy. Cool. Cool quest. Don't really need a pickaxe. All right, we're building an airship. Gravios. Okay. Switch axe probably still. Yeah, it probably works still fairly well, but again, I do have. I don't want to fight Gravios with dual blades. That just does not sound fun. Okay. Ready to go. I think he's fairly weak to poison, though. Only gotten 2 monsters on it, and we're 45 minutes into this. And technically only 1 monster and a half of a monster. Don't worry. Here's number 3. Hopefully. Unless I just fail the quest for whatever reason. There's cool drinks. Oh yeah, probably need to buy some of those because 2 may not do it. And also I think you can wait until you get to the lower area before you actually have to drink it. Energy drink for sleep is nice, and he does have a lower tolerance, I think, to barrel bombs. And I can get Firestone here most likely. And Dragonite Ore. Okay, so Killer Beetles probably spawn here then. Mystery Charm. Okay, that's cool. I like how it slowly appears to get larger as it gets closer to you. Because you can't really tell how far away it is, how large it actually is. Haha. I have mind's eye too, buddy, so you better watch out. Okay, well. Now, I learned an interesting thing about Kut-Ku. And that is, he can only tail swipe a certain direction. And it looks like that's the same way with Gravios here. Now, we may see him pull it out in a random direction, but Kut-Ku could only do it in the opposite way. So you would hug the left side here. That would be this side. You'd hug this side. But it's the opposite for Gravios. So you're going to hug the right, his right, or left right now. Don't walk into the lava, please. And that is a hitbox. I think until I get the stomach broken, I'm just gonna try to keep sort of charged up. I didn't see, yes. Okay. He's very flexible for a monster this size. Out of the way, please. All right. And this may be a sword and shield fight. And it may be okay for dual blades. It's just only good hit zones far up. You're going to want to have Mind's Eye on your weapon. And if you don't, the legs are going to be a big blockade. There we go. He's poisoned. And since I am bouncing, it is going to be doubling sharpness loss. You do aim that. I need to drink potions more as well. I hope you don't turn that enough. It's just gonna be a cumbersome fight until something happens. Thankfully, Gravios gear isn't usually very good. Yeah, that's gotta hit. Unless the corners where his wings aren't don't count. Ah, phooey. Very cheap of you. Sure, buddy. Most certainly. Awesome. What a great monster. Please don't hit. Stay away. Yeah, no, absolutely not. No, he can sweep to the left too, so it looks like he can just do it wherever. Which is kind of cheap. I didn't want to roll into that. Oh, the directional influencing is terrible sometimes. But I don't even know if Sword and Shield fixes it. Did I actually trigger them out there? I can't tell. Really? I think that's a leg break, which is good. However, it's still bouncing, but that may just be because it's yellow. That was a bad call. He's gone. You can't use your tank. He may laser me here. All right, it's charging. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. I guess you probably just attack the wings there until he pulls out that. Yeah, it's a little bit squishier in green. Can't really tell if there's gas coming out of him during that, because his wing blocks the entire thing. Probably part of the design. Just leaving again. He's hungry. Don't just stand there in the lava. I know your game plan. Stall. That's the epitome of what you are. Come on. You can do it. You can walk forward. Okay, try to draw him away. He doesn't want to leave the lava pool. Yeah, I don't think there's actually a safe side. Unless I'm just missing it entirely. Stay on the right. Does he eat from the ore pile in here? Well, he's not even going in here, so no. I will be glad to not have to fight him again, though. It's really a fight designed around using element. What wonderful, perfect design to just make the paintball sail past you. Okay, nope, this seems to be the safe spot. Yeah, so if you sidestep, you have to roll forward. You cannot roll sideways. Which is weird. You probably have to delay your input, but that's odd. Thanks, I definitely wanted elemental resistance down. I'm surprised that didn't count as a hit. That the stomach finally breaking. Yeah. I guess technically the chest. And a face break. What do you do there? I guess you roll right. Are you limping finally? Yes. Oh, don't hit me, please. Broken a wing, surprisingly. That is not even the direction you hit. I hope that doesn't hit me. I really just don't know what you're supposed to do other than fully disengage. Maybe, zero sum. So no more cold drinks. Uh-huh. I'm not gonna be a fool and follow you in there, though. Just back brake. I'm getting a lot of part brakes. Won't be able to get the tail brake because I'm not. Probably doesn't even have enough health left for a tail brake. Most of his body was broken. Cool. I think you can grab a powder stone somewhere. Oh yeah, right there. And it may not even be a powder stone. But yeah, this is where your charm farming starts. I'm probably not going to worry about charms other than slots. However, armor spear pluses are also good. Those upgrade relics. Look at all those materials. Again, slots are way more important than skills. All right, we're gonna fly. Chef has something to say. No, you have something to say. Oh, cool. Good. Oh, is it like a level up thing? So the more you request somewhere, the more stuff you get? Yeah, that's nice. Harvestor, volcanic hollow. All right. And even then, the sharpness doesn't seem to get upgraded at all, so that may not be something I can focus on. All right. No, we're gonna fly. Probably should get that thing secured. This place also has really nice music. All right. Melding also is interesting. Okay, that's what you use frenzy crystals for. Oh, okay. That's interesting. You just multiply. Could be useful for certain things, like Pell Extract. That and Dash Extracts are probably something that would be nice to multiply. The bad omen. Quest board, maybe? Yes. Who's trying to talk to me back here? Is it just the courier? No. Okay. Kezu and Light Crystal. Okay. Frenzy monsters. Okay, I will use Sword and Shield for this because I think that will be maybe a bit faster since he's a bit of a punching bag. Not too much of one, but a bit. Well, dual blades may work fairly well on him too. I do like that they also tell you the quests you're supposed to take instead of just being like, here you go, good luck. I hope you figure it out, because they did that in Generations, and it's like, you don't have to do that. You can just tell me which ones I need to take. I think Rise was the best iteration of it, because it's just like, okay, you have to do a certain number of key quests, but there are more than you actually have to do. So you get to pick it. So if you want to farm a certain monster, then you can take a quest with that one in it, instead of having to fight a Kezu for something that you don't have any need for Kezu parts. That still is a thing you have to do, because you're not going to make every single piece of armor. If you're doing that, then you don't really care what you have to fight. Look at the little Rathalos PNG flying around. I believe that's supposed to be Rathalos. Yeah, that's a Rathalos tail. It's very crusty, but That is him. Gee, I wonder what's through that door. No telling. Doesn't look familiar at all. I think Kong spawns over here. So I'm gonna be thinking of Brute Tigrex. Must be thinking of Brute Tigrex. Meow wow. So, part of me wants to say he's in the gathering area for whatever reason. There's mushrooms over here, so it has to be true. Okay. Don't know why I thought that. I am getting Dragonite. Yes. Okay. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for bug spots as well. That way I can maybe upgrade that Switch Axe. He's got bad breath and he hasn't slept. Boy, he isn't very good at hitting things. It takes him forever to hit one. He didn't even bother hitting the others. Oh, I love the music. Jungle theme. Ah. And it has the purple bug juice coming out of them. And we get increased affinity in this fight. I wonder if mounting hits actually count towards frenzy. Probably not. I think this is your best combo. Not that. You don't do the weird shield smack. Okay, fair enough. Let him fall on Tremor, and then I can dash attack here. Now, I do like the jumping one from Freedom Unite a lot better. And they never really brought that back. But that one just gave you so much distance. I really probably shouldn't have used that. Come on. You tried. Ow. I'm trying to climb. Just a specific spot, probably. Yeah. He's trying so desperately to actually fall through. It's not gonna let him, though. Okay, that was interesting. Another mount. Again, much easier to just actually hit the monster. Even if it is dealing slightly less damage, you are getting a lot more hits in. Now is the time to use deodorant. There we go. Probably jumping out, maybe. Yep. That cannot feel good. He is very hungry, though. Maybe he used his stomach to cushion his fall. Uh-huh. Okay. Ah, that does curve very quickly. Thank you, Palico. Haha. I'm gonna use this as a sharpening wall. Okay, well, no more sharpening wall. Oh yeah, I forgot backups were a thing. Ow. Don't do this to me. It's okay. It's fine. He's got to be limping, yeah. Okay. There we go. Awesome. Probably fairly close to 10 minutes. Yeah. Almost done. He's surprisingly tanky. He's a bit of a punching bag, but he takes a lot of punishment. There may be a bug spot in here. Not 100% for certain. Yes, there is. There's the killer beetle. I don't know how many of those I need. Hopefully just one. Monster number 4. Already an hour and 20 minutes in. Lots of fangs. There's a claw. Oh, they'll encounter a new monster. That's good. Cool. I'm actually going to see if I can't upgrade my gear. Not yet. Okay. No, I need 4. Most certainly not 1. And it's not really that much of a boost. Yes, sharpness, but not damage wise. This one's still, even with the very short sliver of sharpness, is just so good. Is that a talisman? Yeah, that had to be a talisman. Yeah, okay, they can be here. I was curious if I'd lost something random. Any new switch axes? No. It's okay. Restore. Alright, we're gonna go check on the monsters, I guess. What is next? I don't remember. That's certainly not normal. Oh, okay. Zinogre, Celtis Queen, and Rathalos. Okay, so Zinogre's gonna be good with Sword and Shield. However, Rathalos is where I can upgrade my Rathian weapons. So I think I want to use Rathian Switch X for Rathalos. That square's still there. I'll see if it goes away or not. It's not the end of the world. Do I want to use this one? It's a decent amount more. Let me look real quick, see what the Switch X multiplier is. .4, so do calculation real quick. $120 versus $100. It's only 10. Yeah, no, I don't think I want to use that. Just for 10 more raw. The amount of green, a power file and affinity and slot, right? That's the main thing, I guess. But even then, it's just kind of like, I'd rather not. And I guess I could make the bone win, but I think Rathian will be fine for now. Could make the Eager Cleaver too. That would be okay for Rathalos. Do I have a bunch of bomb casings? I do not. I need sap plants. I hope I can buy them. I'll check the shop first and then I'll check the trader. You send some cool drinks to the box though. Sleep herbs. See, all the way back here, this is a bit of a weird spot for him to be all by himself lonesome. Yes! Awesome. I'm gonna need a bunch of those. I don't mind getting that many. Now, the other question is, stones. Does he sell stones too? Yes. Okay. Yep. Get a ton of those as well. Is it a waste of points? Probably, but I'm not that worried. I'd rather have my flash bombs. Should be enough for now. I think you can bring 5. And then, hold on, let me set this up. And take 5 of these. And then I only need 10. Oh, well, you can probably take a whole lot more too. But I'm more worried about... Even then, I probably shouldn't be using all of those. I'm going to be fairly safe and conservative with that. Alright, I think that's fine to set up. I don't want to, as my default, I'll have to re-register the cool drinks, but I'd rather keep that as a secondary option if I do need flash bombs. Alright, Rathalos time. Now, Rathalos normally has good armor. However, I don't think its attack up large good. I'll check the numbers, but we'll find out. It's good because it has decent defense and it will carry you generally a bit of a ways into high rank. However, if I can just keep the defense the same with this armor, then I'm not really worried about it. Now he's not going to move, so I can farm stuff until I get up there. This will be important. Now, the upside to using sword and shield here would be that I can throw flash bombs without having to sheath, but if I'm trying to not spam them so often, I don't mind having to sheath to be able to use them. Keep me from having such a sensitive trigger finger. Uh-oh. Please don't crash. No! Okay. That's fine. We saved after last quest. I'll be back. Let's set all of that up again. I should have saved. All right, back to where we were. I did notice the shop was having a sale, so I bankrupted myself. I have like 5,000 zenny from the 50,000 that I had. However, I have a bunch of potions and just random other stuff as well for quests. And I did save. There he is. Oh, I remember not liking this area very much. Goodbye. And hello. Didn't do too much. Alright, so he looks to be a monster that we attack from the left. Or his right. Just waiting for him to fly. Okay, that does scoop around. And the map does fight against you. Very much so. As you can see, I'm just sliding here, which is an interesting movement tech if you play into it, but it's also fairly annoying. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. Uh-oh. Steady, steady, steady. Don't hit me. And it fully resets. So weird. So we probably do need to go for part breaks here if I'm even considering. I'm considering the armor because it actually looks cool as opposed to this. So probably want to go for wing breaks first. And his wings are fairly fragile. Did I get the sheath in time? No, I did not. Oh boy. No, that was terrible. This is so bad. There's so much in lag on stuff too. So I guess you probably, okay, that may be the strategy. You drag him all the way over here and he starts hitting the top of the map. Okay, that one's broken too, which is good. My goodness. Again, it is a movement option. A weird one, though. Very limited. I did not throw a paintball. Good job, me. All right, we're gonna hope he just moves down here then. Nice. I'm very glad that didn't hit me because it very easily could have. Maybe hit here, but that's okay. I need the sharpness. Do I have fire resistance at all? I have 2. Leaving already? There's the tail. Now we can work on the face. This isn't good. Okay, never mind. We're safe. Too far. Oh, nice. Gonna talon dive, and that still hit. Awesome. That did not stun me, surprisingly. That didn't stun me either. All right, that's not bad for Rathalos, especially with unupgraded gear. If I can upgrade the weapon, it shouldn't take as long. And Switch Axe is really a really decent matchup for it. Because I'm afraid with Sword and Shield, I'm just not going to be able to reach the tail as easily, so I'll have to wait a lot longer. I could capture, or I could jump for whatever reason. Jump into the wings, fair enough. Alright, fine. Good. There we go. Awesome. Again, 10 minutes. That seems fine. It's going to be a lot more difficult in high rank because they hit a lot harder and they move quicker. Very disproportionately so compared to other games. And obviously it'll have more health because it's hub only. But we'll figure it out. How weird. I mean, I guess it's fine, right? You don't want to fall off and then have to go through multiple different zones just to get back up. So that's good. Yes, thank you, Pelico. And he shows up on expeditions. Now, if I get a guild quest, that's not that bad. However, I probably would rather just do standard quest. Jumbo Bone. And then Psychtoth Hide should be easy to get. Oh. Cool. All right, we can look at armor. It's going to be very important. So first, upgrading. I can already upgrade to the Rathian weapon. The better Rathian weapon. That I still have to upgrade. And this one needs a Firestone. And that will put it on par. Above par. Other than the power file. And if that doesn't need wing talons, it does, but I already have a bunch of those from just fighting Rathian. Well, I guess that doesn't actually need Rathalos materials to upgrade. This one does. Needed a scale. But Firestones was what I needed. Okay, we can upgrade this since we're fixing to fight Zinogre anyways. And then that is high rank. Very pretty though. Or whatever that matters. And yeah, just Firestone for that. That's good. Armor wise, Rathalos. Alright, I do need to look over this. I don't think attack 3 is better than the Barroth Helm, because I think that one was... Oh, no, it is. Okay, chest piece. Attack 2, which I don't think is better. Also, yes, Gormagola has armor. Handicraft. Spirit, which I think is Challenger. Isn't terrible. They're not getting as raged or enraged as often in low rank. But that's 5. 10. 12. 15. So those arms are actually really good. I think the best of these were the Velociprey with 4. Yeah, so that's 2 more. And I mean, it's Gen 3, post Gen 3 Rathalos armor, which looks very good. So I may just end up making that armor because that gives attack up medium. Probably no slots though. There's one. I could probably do a mix set and I don't have to make anything extra, so it doesn't matter. To get better skills. But the defense will be helpful. 23 versus... Well, Also, I grabbed the talisman that I made. It was just like a water +6 attack, which is garbage. Yeah, see, I can upgrade these. So while Rathalos would technically be better, I don't know if it's really needed. It looks cool, right? I mean, I may just do that on my own time since I don't need it. This is Power File, which is good. It is Fire Element. It's not going to be better than Rathian. And no Rathalos sword. Okay. We'll fight Zinogre, and then I'll look into making Rathalos armor on my own time. Because again, I'm not taking that much damage. So I haven't really felt a need to actually upgrade too much. But the nice thing of me being able to just farm on my own time is I can actually go a lot farther when actually recording. Even if I'm over preparing with a multiplicity of relic weapons that I'm never going to use. But I think you can trade those in or do something with them. I think Zinogre is over around where you first fought Congalala. But I do need the ore. I think the guild card said I was like up to 16 hours. A little over. Last time I checked it. So I've been playing a lot. It's just I've not been recording because I know farming isn't the most interesting thing. Especially if you're not like streaming and actually talking, because I don't. I like to throw on something I can listen to and then just kind of relax. And I don't have to worry about being hyper efficient with my farming if I'm just doing it on my own time. Case in point, the ludicrous amount of relics that I'm probably not going to use, like I said before. He's on the other side. Oh, there he destroys it. Probably. Oh no, he gets on top. No. He destroys it. He doesn't get on top. Alrighty. Now Zinogre is a fun fight with Sword and Shield, since his back legs are weak. Also, Zinogre's just a fun fight in general. Nice Hornbreak already. I don't think you can combo that 3 times unless you're supercharged in low rank. Ow. Oh. Good bouncing. I don't know, it could be a fun Switch Axe fight, but I know for sure it's a fun Sword and Shield fight. Now he's gonna get charged up here. Never mind. He's gonna get charged. Yeah, I can't do anything. I can back out, but it's so hard to do that because you don't have a backwards roll. Yep. There's the third one, and his body does count as a hitbox there. I just gotta get out of the way or I am carted. Did they give me knoll berries? No, I really should probably throw those into the kit. But I'm not gonna sharpen. until I know for sure that it's safe. Careful. Ow. Do those come from his arms and his legs? I've never really noticed that, if that was the case. Ow. Oh, wow. Okay. The tail's actually pretty tough. All right, fine. That works for me. Oh, I should have sharpened. Okay. Oh, he's eating. Hello. He does not shoot forward. Bolt. Stay away. Okay, yes, he does still explode. Oh, nice. Go. I'm not really worried about Zenogre equipment either, so I'm not going to catch bugs or anything. There's the horn break. Q. Can you back hop? Oh, you can. Okay. Well, that's a nice loop. Unless it's not a loop. Hold on. Okay, it's not a loop. Okay. Yeah, it's not a loop if you charge, which is weird. That may be a thing they actually buffed in 4. Also, I can go for the front legs if I make the excuse that I'm just trying to get the leg break. Like, no, don't worry. I'm not. I know it's not an optimal hit zone, but I need the parts. What is my thunder resistance? Oh, it's just so essentially 0. That's not good. Here we go. Not even 10 minutes. I knew he'd go down pretty quick. That's why I picked Sword and Shield. Also, I could upgrade Sword and Shield, so. Plate, I'm getting very generous plate drops. Thankfully, Celtis Queen shouldn't have anything either, so it's really just Rathalos. And unless they throw something random in, I don't know if there's any other monsters. Probably, but Shigaru may be immediately after. Some generous subquest rewards. There's a slot. Okay. So now I don't need a slot on my weapon to get attack up large, which is good. That's really good, actually. Let me go ahead and equip that. Wide range is not useful, but doesn't have to be. Also, the Rathian weapon. Oh, okay. Well, that will get a slot too. So that's good. Now, the Rathalos stuff. I may be able to get attack up large with that. And if I can, then I don't really see any reason to not make it. That was the only reservation I had. Yeah. Now, attack up extra large is 5 more points away. I don't know where you're getting that. You could, okay, you swap out, you get 21. I think 21's the max. 22. You may be able to, which is so weird, but I don't think any chest armor is gonna have like a 4 or something, and even then, unless Zenogre randomly has it, but no. Yeah, Rathalos chest only has 2. All right, what you got to say? Uh-oh, something's wrong. Telling you about the sanctuary. Oh, Tigrex. Okay, this is a frenzied Tigrex. And then you still have to do Celtis Queen. Oh, this is I think that's a good finale monster. Unless you didn't have to fight. I think you'll still have to fight Celtis Queen. But maybe not. Maybe those were similar to Rise's key quests, where it's just like pick whichever of the 3, whichever 2 of the 3 you want. Do I need a flash bomb for Tigrex? No. Really don't. And Sword and Shield's just, again, gonna be really nice to have. Go for the legs and stuff. Now, where does this fella spawn? We'll take the route maybe to the nest. Though he may just, well, and I can just go up to the very top once I get to the nest area. Yeah, I think it is the nest that he starts in. Here he comes. Wonder if you start with lower HP. You don't, but it was a meaty hit. Yeah. I don't really want to fight you up here, friend. This is no. I'm not doing it. Come on down. There we go. Now the scariest part of that attack is the claw sweep. Because it does scoop out. Turn around. Not like that. We don't want to turn around and tackle. That may still hit me. Hold on. I think the front legs are weaker than the back legs. Obviously, the face is the safest, or the weakest, not the safest. It is not the safest. That's why we don't go for it. Aw, miss everything. Putting in work. He may roar. Come on, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. I should have done that earlier. There's no point. That's an interesting word. No, I can't say I'm feeling that here. So funny. Okay, that should be safer. Now I may be hit by a follow-up tackle, but I think I'm fine. And I'm not blocking as much as I probably could be. Like, that is an option. I just want to try to avoid it. Oh boy, those are frenzy balls. It's like fireball, but frenzy. Oh boy, you are very relentless. Have I broken both claws, or was it just a single claw that it went and broke? Now, I'm pretty sure frenzy monsters get weaker overall, too. Like their hit zones go up, or something like that. But it's also, it's a Tigrex, so his hit zones go up anyways. I'm fine with that if I get an opening. It's just that Tigrex is so dangerous. Oh, because this may fail. It's a Tigrex. Okay. Good. Just really need that frenzy off me. Mm, he may go in under that. This is not fun. Again, enraged monsters in this game are nothing to snuff at because they get really fast. I mean, you even seen it with like the Gypceros and Kutku. Like they get absurdly fast for normal standards. Just gonna block. I think he's leaving. He's got to be able to fly out. Don't ask how he does that. Just watch. You're exhausted, which is good. Okay, I think maybe it's just a monster you dodge into at as many points as possible. Ice break. This would be where a flash bomb would come in handy. However, I got it. Looks like he's enraged again, though. Okay, yeah, this is a very close quarters fight. So you bait him into attacking. And you don't roll in under him. I wonder if that messes up the fight whenever he's tiny and you can't get in under him. I think he's gonna jump after this. Grimclaw does that too. Now since he's like that, we dive. Nice. I'm very glad the hitboxes are being generous though. Because they could have programmed the entire back half to actually be a hitbox and I wouldn't expect otherwise. I wouldn't be surprised. In other words. But yeah, again, I'm really surprised it's going this well with just this armor. Wait, what are you doing? I thought you were just limping away. Now he is. Maybe it was a fake out. Maybe he just has a random fake out attack when he's frenzied. I'm not even gonna let him sleep. I don't see a need to. Do you jump after that? No. Should have just held shield there. Good job, cats. Down he goes. I mean, yeah, the same amount of time as Rathalos. Funny thing is that these are nowhere near close to the frenzied monsters in Wilds, who just crumple like a wet paper bag. They may have less health, but that's kind of weird. I don't know. They're certainly not going down in 2 or 3. So low. With a decent skill set. Because, yeah, you can probably take them out that quickly if you're really good at the game and you have a min-max armor set. We don't. And we don't have to farm him either because he doesn't really give that good of a gear set or weapon. Oh my. Got a new guest. Oh, hello there. Well, I may actually just fight Shigaru then. I wasn't sure. I didn't remember. But that seems fine. A nice finale. These have been going for 2 hours and 30 minutes anyways, and they've been fairly small in file size comparatively. This is weird. They didn't want to use which it's a new model anyways, but it's, I don't know why. They're like, oh yeah, the Grand Guru, yeah. And then now there's a new one. It's like, just have the one guy be the guru. I see Rathalos, I see Lagambi, Kongolala, Kezu, Tigrex. There's a Gore Magala. Okay. yeah, I guess it's time. I will switch back to Charge Blade. Or Switch X, sorry. Ah, I'd like to upgrade though, but it's not gonna be feasible. Tigrex has attack as well. Which is interesting. I didn't think Tigrex had attack. It's a very bad attack. In fact, I don't know why he even has it, because it's not better than anything else that's here, unless randomly's legs have a high one. Why would you make that? Because Gluttony's kind of garbage. Other than it looking cool, but, you know. Oh, cool. We've got some new stuff. Okay, so... Zinogre. It's the same as Rathalos. Even has Power File. And then our first blue sharpness weapon, but it has Exhaust File and negative 15% affinity. Looks pretty cool. That's what you use for your Thunder element. And then just another blue sharpness. Raw weapon. Alright. Yeah, and I need 4 of those. Now I could upgrade this. I don't want to have to keep sharpening all the time though. It should be fun. Yeah, we'll do that since he has eyes, so I can technically use them. I don't know how useful they'll be though. Got one left there. Again, I don't want to end this and then just immediately come back and... we beat the game! Because I'm just going to keep playing after anyways. Yes, wonderful. Let me just go hunt a Rathalos first. That will be useful for later, because I still do need to farm Rathalos there. But again, it does not hurt at all to get stuff set up for low rank hub, just to get that done as quick as possible. And it shouldn't be theoretically that bad, because I've been doing guild quests in low rank hub, and I assume they don't scale. Because that's not how the game works. So if they're in the hub, it's just a hub monster. We'll find out. But it's time to fight Shigaru. Alright. Get ready for cool music. Not yet. Would have been cool to watch these cutscenes in Rathalos armor, not the clown suit, but whatever. It doesn't matter that much. The Barroth helm is the only cool looking piece of armor, and even then that one's not the coolest. Using the same gear I fought Gore with. There we go. I assume it's going to be a similar fight to Gore. Nice trade. That is bouncing. That drags off to the left quite a bit. Gotta get my bearings. Mounting still just applies very easily though. Ah! Okay, that happened very quickly. Oh, that does hit still. I'm trying to play risky. Hey, I was rewarded with Tigrex, so I'll see if I can be rewarded here. But there's probably still a lot more nuance, especially since this is a slower weapon. Okay. Yeah, the exploding landmines are notorious. Reload here. Should be safe. Hitting a very terrible hit zone there, but it's kind of hard to hit anything. Haha. It's bad. It's really bad, actually. That drags you forward. That's not fair. I'm kidding. It's whatever. It's part of the fight. Please. I'm fixing to break it, but it does take a while in X mode. Safety rock. Yeah, there's just a weird thing that does not take your directional influence sometimes when in sword mode. Not really sure how you get out of the way of that. Tried. Yeah, I'm dead there. Because when I got hit, or whatever, actually, why was I facing forward there? You saw when I got up, I was facing away from the or towards the camera. When I was rolling away from the camera, that's very odd. I mean, it's whatever, but it changed the direction I actually rolled in, unless I'm just missing a step and completely forgot it with my terrible memory, but I wouldn't be too surprised if that happened. Trying to go for the tail. His tail is pretty tough, though, for tail standards. It's similar to Zinogre in that regard. Okay, just don't run off to the side when he does that, I guess. It's such a large hitbox. Ah, what is that? I was running away. Did not take my Superman input. It doesn't matter. Number one, number two, I think I just consumed a Mega Potion. I'm full health. I need to sharpen. That's the main thing. I may be safe here. No. Ah, that stinks. It's a bit of a cheap thing. I don't know if you can actually predict where those actually spawn in. Alright, that's okay. That's part of the learning process. You're gonna take some knocks on the head. I'm really surprised this tail is just not coming off. Really cool if this tail could just fall off anytime now. Ah, I hit the X button there. Hit all the bad hit zones, please. Not worried about time, we're just worried about getting it done. We're a little worried about time. Please quit jumping. I do not have your mobility, Chicago. Come on. There we go. You just, you, I worked so hard to tap you on the tail, and then you just jump and make all of the work for naught. And that does work. Also, the safety rock is gone. Hardly knew you. I'm gonna stay right in front of your face. How about that? Body still counts as a hitbox there. And it faces, yeah, it faces you forward. That's so weird. Very odd. Should be fixing to break the frenzy. That won't hit me, right? Yeah, I just don't. Especially since he aimed for my Palico, that was not going to be a reliable dodge either way. He's jumping. I feel like this is just don't go for the tail fight. Like you're actively punished for doing that because this is so much easier. There we go. Finally, I can ignore it now. I better carve that and not forget it. Okay, really? Seriously? What am I supposed to do? It's just random explosion off the camera. Oh, it's so silly. It's just like, how can we blindside our... Oh, did I not bring potion or honey? Oh, I did not. That's not good. All right, I have blue mushrooms though, so that should be fine. What am I thinking? Need erection. We're almost done with them. That was silly. That was very silly. Like here's an explosion where you're running. I hope you enjoy it. I made it just for you. Oh, I can't do anything there. Maybe I should try just axe mode. Poison has lost its effectiveness, no doubt. Gotta sharpen. I should have sharpened. Don't look at me, please. Okay. That works. No. And that's another cheap attack. It's just like, here's a homing attack that has no real wind up for you slower weapons out there. I'm gonna try a flash bomb. I think that was too far away anyways. The reason why I'm thinking maybe just spamming X mode will be better is because of mobility, because your rolls are a lot faster in X mode. However, your damage is lower if you're not using power file. However, element file isn't that helpful. Again, what do you do there? He's just kind of like right in your crossfire, then... Oh, no, no, no. Please don't. There we go. Somewhat anticlimactic, but I don't know. We traded blows. I'm gonna look for that tail off screen. There it is. Look at the pretty sky. You can't see it because I'm inside his body. But Chigaru gear, outside of maybe the weapons, but I think those are more like Dragon Element based. Or at least that's how it is for Prowler. And I think that's how it is in Sunbreak too. Gear isn't that good for it, as far as I remember. We did it though. Again, I don't know. You could consider it anticlimactic or you could consider it climactic. Depends on how you look at it. He actually put up a fight. However, again, the second cart, a bit cheesy. It wasn't even the snipe frenzy ball. It was just the explosion that randomly gets placed. The scale. This is good music for credits too. It's not credits, but it is credits, but that's not the music for the credits. It's very good music though. I definitely put a lot more effort into farming stuff I'm not probably gonna use for how difficult it actually was. Because this is the same armor I was using pretty much, other than Baroth. Oh, this is credits. Okay, I forgot. I don't think it shifts to the bottom screen at any point. The credits are on the bottom screen, scrolling up to the top screen, but there's nothing else on there. It's just a blank screen. Mm. Oh, there is something on the bottom screen. Hold on. I didn't even register. It should show up in a second. There we go. This pretty little mural. There's the cat. Look at him go, cooking all the food. And the main theme. Just so much good music. And again, a very pretty mural on the bottom. It's the same mural that the one dude was showing us. I don't know, maybe he wasn't showing it to us. Maybe it was just a flavor mural. That's a great little matching with the music. I'm used to just the single video with the first theme. I mean, it's weird. I can't really make a judgment right now because the game's not finished. There's so much more to do. But look, the base story, great. There's a reason this was considered to be the best of classic Monster Hunter, and even after World came out, the best story still. You know, it's just nice. It's not. There's Shigaru. That's cool. That's a very pretty looking mural. But my problem with Wild's story compared to this one is that it just tries too hard. At one point they have the characters arguing. It's like, why? Why do we have to have this? It's just forced. Random Gypceros. Here it just feels natural. It's like, okay, we're doing this here. Now we go there. Just with nice little decorations, however you say it, onto it. Wild's story is fine, but I would end up preferring this one just because it feels normal for Monster Hunter. Can't show the cat. If you show the cat, it'll be confusing. Unless that's a new one. It says new Palico. Surprisingly long for credits, honestly. And maybe it's just because I'm sitting here staring at them the entire time, but I mean, it's a good game. Like, there's nothing you can say is wrong with it. You may not like the controls. That's fair. It's a matter of opinion. But it's just a different style. You have to get used to it. And once you do, you'll have a lot more fun with it. If you're not trying to force the game to play the way you want it to be, if you're checking what the game gives you and dealing with it accordingly, you're gonna have a lot more of a fun time than just being like, man, I wish this was faster, or man, I wish this was that. Obviously, there's some still questionable things, like monster design can be a bit iffy. You saw that in many of the fights. But for the most part, you get used to it. You learn to mitigate as much of it as possible. It's like RNG in Pokemon games. You know, you gotta take as little risks as possible, but when you do take a risk, you want to make sure it's worth it with your damage. And there's the scale. It's like a purified frenzy scale or something. I can switch this back now. This must be the English. Obviously, it's the English version of the credits, but it's the actual video file. The article. It's pure scale. All right, well. 6-star quests. Only have one so far, but I'm sure there will be more monsters. So how many was that? 1, 2. I'll just say 3, 4 for the secondary quest because I did extra. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Rathian was not required. 14, 15, and 16 if you count the expedition quests I made you do. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then 22. So again, fairly consistent in the amount of quests you have to do. Around 20, 21, 22, depending on what quests you do count and which ones you don't. 23 if you want to count the Gormagala diversion quest as well. So we did start with Gore and ended with Shigaro, which is fine. Guess I can look and see at the weapons. We're already gone this long. Might as well just have a nice little finisher here for the low rank story. Yeah, I probably have to upgrade into it. Very interesting. You can make that. You probably just upgrade Gore stuff into Shigaru. So I'm not gonna probably see any on the thing. Yeah. All right, then we can look at armor though, hopefully. It's the eye patch. Does it have anything good on it? No, absolutely not. 11 defense. Vasioth. And Ramboros. Ramboros cap has attack +4. However, I think that's the same as the Baroth helm. Which the Ramboros probably has less defense. Yeah. However, okay, never mind. Gloves off, frenzy resist. So similar to Zinogre, just except you have frenzy resist instead of that, which is kind of worthless. Attack +3. Now, question is, single slot attack +3 is probably not better on the arms. Yeah, no. Just don't even see that being that good. Handicraft. So some points in handicraft. Probably not that many. Yeah, Vasioth and Ramboros. Those would probably be nicer if you can just trade them as soon as you get the materials, but you do have to wait. All right, well, there we go. That is the low rank story. There's still going to be more low rank stuff, and I'm still going to practice, or not practice, but farm some weapons and armor. Get those up to snuff before I actually start tackling the hub. Hub may take longer. I won't be upgrading anything because I already have the best low rank gear. However, once I get to high rank, it'll kind of just be a reset on doing everything all over again. So we'll see. We will see. I can look at the expedition. New destination, Cathar. Yeah, sure. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Either way, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time as well. I'll see you then. Goodbye.